gentlemen. I take this opportunity to thank Security Watch India for giving me this opportunity to be one of the panelists for this very important discussion for today's banking security scenario. My worthy speakers have already covered most of the points which could have been discussed, but nevertheless, I will also put forth across my points. Security in banking is going under a tremendous transformation as on date. More so after the incident of Bangalore ATM, which in fact brought a wide variety of discussions among the public, right from parliament to the TV channels to the media, everywhere, which has affected the banks, and then state governments also took it very seriously. They started passing all kind of instructions which banks have implemented as on date. Some are still pending. But the subject today here we have come across is now forming a uniform regulation for implementation of security arrangements in the banks, which is lacking to my mind. As on date, the security is left to the individual banks, board or the chairman to decide what kind of security is required at a particular bank level. Like in the case of currency cess operations, where Reserve Bank of India is the owner for all the bank's currency cess, they pass on the instructions what kind of security is required at the 8 currencies branches. Similarly, I feel even for bank branches, for administrative offices, also there should be some kind of uniform security regulations passed on either from the Reserve Bank of India or from Indian Banks Association, so that all banks follow the same kind of norms. As on date, the security heads, where they have been able to convince the top management of the banks to go for a particular kind of security requirement, it is being followed. Where they have not been able to convey the right kind of scenario, management has not taken that kind of initiative. So there's diversity in the security scenario being followed by the nationalized banks or the public sector banks or private sector banks. To my mind, as Mr. Ramasastry and Mr. Shivanandan also said, time has come for either Reserve Bank of India or, sir, you're going to head the IDRBT. In fact, a need is there to call the top management of the banks now to discuss security aspect exclusively. As on date, there's no forum, nowhere where top bankers have got together to discuss security exclusively. And this can only take place if Reserve Bank of India intervenes, or Sir IDBRTB can take initiative. And as you rightly said, the physical security and IT security is now merging. As they say, any kind of incident in a IT scenario can be only preceded by a physical lapse. So time has come for both of them to amalgamate. But to pass on this kind of message to top management, a forum is required now, where some experts can be invited, like Mr. Raja, who's an expert on this subject. He can be invited to discuss, deliver talk to the top management people. There's other experts available in the industry, in fact. They can be invited to deliver and put across the point to the bank management to take security very seriously. Because security is what? It basically supports the main function of the banking. It's nowhere hindrance to the main function. If a particular branch, maybe in a metro branch or a rubber branch or a semi-urban branch or a rural branch, if a security scenario is adequate, the bank staff working in the particular branch will be able to work more efficiently, more freely. Customers will feel free to come to the branch to transact their business. But if the branch is insecure, perhaps they may think twice whether to come to branch or not. Mind it, we may say our cash is insured in banking transactions, maybe in the premises or in transit, but the reputation of banks, where a crime takes place, where a life is lost, maybe of a customer or a banker or a customer, the reputation of bank branch or the bank itself is at stake. So we cannot ignore security in any aspect. There are devices available in the market as we all have discussed. But can these devices be implemented uniformly all across, all over the country? It's not so. The security equipment which we can have in Mumbai, we cannot have in Jharkhand or Jhumri Talaiya. Because there's no electricity, there's no communication. What kind of security scenario we are talking about? So we have to devise such kind of security equipment which can work without electricity, with battery operations, which can give any warning signals. As on date, most of the security equipments installed in bank branches are basically deterrents. They do a post-operative incident reporting. They're not proactive. They cannot prevent any incident occurring in the bank branches. So now time has come to have such kind of equipment which can give a warning signals immediately when the incident is occurring, so that some preventive measures can be taken, the loss can be reduced. These are some of the situations which need to be discussed at the top level, so that we as bankers are safe and secured, and we give a very, very safe environment to the customers to come to the bank branches, transact the business, and do the kind of banking which they wish to do. I'm sure Mr. Raza must be having some questionnaires when we discuss. Many more things will come out. I thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to deliver my speech on you. Thank you.